Check this out.
Welcome to BLPA Big Show. Hockey sports, life for the adult athlete.
Yeah.
Powered by the Beer League Players Association.
Better follow me.
Follow us at BLPA Big Show on every social media outlet. Follow the crew on Twitter at Nicker Jones and Trish at Trish Dangle.
Let's get it. Here we go.
Welcome to the greatest hockey show in the world. The BLPA Big Show is back live. What's going on? Good week, everyone. Dan, Trish, how you guys doing?
Oh, I'm great, bud.
Awesome. That's
I'm doing fantastic.
great jersey you got there, Dan. We'll get to that one in a little bit. First off, I got to tell you, this episode of the BLPA Big Show, just the BLPA Big Show in general, is brought to you by the fine folks at Hockey Wolf. Ow, ow, ow! You motherfuckers. You better hit that
Dan.
how.
Dan,
you are a
suck.
piece of trash, buddy. What a piece of, I don't even think you can hear us. Dan, can you hear us? What are you looking at?
I can hear you. I was trying to make sure I have the stream going on my end so I can watch.
God.
And
Good Lord,
See,
Dan.
I'm
He's looking
sorry.
at himself. All right,
No
but
slacker.
the BLPA, the Hockey Wolf is, they're an online shop that just is trying to make beer league more affordable for all of us beer leaguers. They got really cool stuff. They got BLPA exclusive stuff for you guys. So go check them out, hockeywolf.com. Ow, 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 woo! You guys suck with the good God.
All right, we'll get there.
All right, Trish, tell them where they can find us.
You know where you can find us. We're everywhere you can get your podcast, so you should be subscribed to us somewhere, whether that's Apple, Spotify, maybe you're a CastBox person. Subscribe to us somewhere, rate, review, subscribe, and also follow us on social media. We are BLPA Big Show everywhere, Instagram, Twitter, Danny Vibes. Again, you just find him around any dark corner. Then I'm Trish Dangle on
that's
Twitter.
creepy. All right.
Well, see, you know,
Sure. Okay.
maybe that's your thing. Nicker Jones on Twitter and the Nicker Jones on Instagram. So give us all a follow and don't forget to rate, review, subscribe so other beer league beauties can find us.
All the good stuff. And listen, and just for all those special folks out there that support our show big time on Patreon, we really appreciate you guys. What you guys do helps us make this possible. If you want to become one of those special people like the hockey gods, Noller and Minchie, then you should go to patreon.com/beerleagueinc and support the show. And we just wanted to say thank you guys for listening. It's been a while since we've been live, so we're back live so you can see all of our handsome as fuck faces. But we really appreciate you guys supporting us. Even when we were gone, we were just doing the audio only. You guys rock. Glad you guys are here. So, Trish, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, today I really want to kick us off by talking about the big tournament that just happened, the BLPA Bash, because a lot of stuff went on there. Super exciting and some disappointments in the beer world there, really. So we'll get there. And then I think, Nick, you have some tournament tips that you want to share. So we'll get to that. And then Dan, surprising, has a new drinking game for all of our listeners. So I'm excited to hear about that. I might end up playing it myself. I want to talk a little bit about hockey pranks because April Fool's just passed, and I want to hear if anybody got someone else. And then, of course,
You
we
got
need to talk. I got. I will tell you that. We need to talk about the Mighty Ducks.
Hey, fuck
the Game
that. Fuck
Changers
that show.
We're gonna talk about it. I'm so sorry.
Where's my money, Disney?
We're going to talk about it. And then a couple other little things. And then, of course, the great triumphant return of Fight Line Cut. So we got some Would You Rathers in there, too, if we have time. A lot of stuff to go on today.
Hey, there's also something I just want to make sure. Maybe I just missed this while you were talking. I don't know how I would have, but it says lying on Facebook for cool points.
Yeah. We'll get to that.
Okay.
If we have time.
Okay.
If we have time.
All right, we'll start us off.
Hey, things to talk about.
Hey, you said you want to talk about the bash? Big bash. The BLPA bash in Columbus was, I don't know how else to describe it. Like I describe every single thing that is great. It was electric.
It was electric.
Nothing's perfect, but this was pretty dang close, I think. So what do you want to talk about, Trish? You were there. You were playing. I was running around like a chicken with his head cut off, doing a whole bunch of things, pictures and hosting and cooking burgers. I still smell like that stupid ass burger grill, I think. But yeah. So what do you want to talk about?
I just want to talk about everybody's experiences. We were all there, and like Nick, you had a different experience because you weren't playing, which I'm interested to hear how that was. Like considering the draft tournaments you get to play, and then I don't know. I had a great time. It was a party all day on Saturday. I had some shots definitely in the locker room and did not stop drinking all day, which was part of the plan, I thought, for most people, but according to the kiddie pools was not necessarily the case.
Well, Dan, what was your experience like? What do you want to say about it?
I mean, not leaving the rink for 3 days is different for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. Like we had a lot of good games, some not, but that's how it falls. We had some stuff go down, some really good stuff, some not so good stuff. But overall, we had crews coming in, from local Columbus, a couple guys from here in Buffalo, some people from Michigan, all Pittsburgh. I guess we gotta mention them, but they were there.
Yep.
Really, and it was similar to a Dex. Everybody left friends.
Yeah. Well, we're getting chirped from the peanut gallery about the burgers, and I just want to say,
I think it was just your burgers, bud.
No, I asked him, "Do you want it? It looks close. It might not be. Hey,
do you want it? It looks close."
Listen, hey, I'm not gonna go to a restaurant and ask for a well done filet mignon. All right. So.
Well, is that a thing?
Well, apparently that's what you guys want. You want fucking charred hockey puck burgers. I don't know.
I'm not saying that's
I want a cooked burger.
No,
I just don't want salmonella.
Medium.
Yeah, I did request a little extra time on.
I thought salmonella was from chicken.
I'm not a scientist.
I'm sure there's something you can get from Robbie.
I don't have the lab coat on right now.
Get out of here. Hey, listen, people said yes. If they consented, I give. When people ask, I give. I'm a man of the people. That's what I do, what people want. So there you go. That's what happened.
You are a man of the people, which is why you brought how many beers to this event?
Oh, okay. Let's get started on this.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how many, 100 racks. We went to Rack City on these beers, and we posted, and people were like, "Oh my God, that's enough for the first period?"
That's enough for the first day.
What's everybody else drinking?
And so apparently, we the people at the BLPA Bash were just shitty drinkers because we had cases upon cases upon cases left. It was absolutely ridiculous. Like I don't know how you say.
It was a lot of fun moving them.
Yeah. A couple times.
Yeah, more than once.
So, you say, oh, is 100 cases enough for 32 teams? Apparently, way more than enough. I mean, we probably had 40 cases left. I would venture to guess. I didn't get a count myself.
I would say 40 to 50.
Yeah. So are we?
For sure.
Do we just have bad drinking teams, or is that norm?
Oh, for sure.
You think so?
No, I think it's bad drinking teams.
It was 75 degrees. It was 75 degrees.
Maybe we should have had them out there on ice at 7 a.m.
Well, they asked for on Friday.
Honestly, that might have
changed the
game.
Still.
I don't know.
I think we also had a lot of teams bringing their own booze and drinking things that were not beer. We saw a lot of Vizzies out there and
that's
a lot
on
of
them.
shots.
We're saying we're going to supply a crap load of beer, and we supply more than that.
No, we just said
to save money. I will drink the free stuff.
We just said refreshments.
I will too, but
right? So
you did drink the free stuff.
So we live and learn, and maybe I just overestimated the type of beer guzzling swine that we have in the BLPA. Apparently, that they are not. They're more classy, refined. Maybe if we had some more claws, some more Trulies, Vizzies, or something. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what our crew's into. Maybe we're not as hardcore as we think we are.
Hey, don't say those people aren't hardcore. That alcohol content is just the same, and it tastes like juice. So.
Well,
no comment.
Real men drink free drinks. That's
no
comment.
That's
I'm more if I'm gonna drink to drink. I'm not gonna drink beer. That's for sure. Like I'll drink it as like here we're in the chug rounds. Here let me sip a little beer. But if I'm gonna if it's time for Nikki Commish for go time, it's definitely not beer for me. Definitely not. Probably.
What's your go time drink?
That's a good question. I mean, I like rum and soda, rum and diet sodas. Those are good. Add a little splash of cherry in there. Now you're cooking. Margaritas, frozen margaritas are even better. Hey, if we can do a tournament where we do unlimited frozen margaritas, well, if I'm gonna have to hire a whole shit ton of people to work because I'm not gonna do a damn thing.
Hey, I will tell you that I'm gonna work, and that's gonna last maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah, you're gonna need
I'll be vibing all over the place.
Hey,
I love a good margarita.
I also like bottomless mimosas on a Sunday morning. I've lost myself at a few Phoenix tournaments.
Yeah, but that's classy.
Well,
classy.
The end result wasn't
not classy really quickly, I'm sure.
The end result was not, and so, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it, too, is like, hey, we told like the GMs, like, here's what we're doing all day barbecue carry. There'll be burgers and dogs and refreshments. And, other than that, we didn't really have much conversation with with all the rest of the people. So, But I mean, other than that, it was an incredible tournament. I was super stoked with how it turned out. And I mean, like I said, obviously it's not perfect. I got some good feedback. I got some less than perfect feedback, not necessarily about our tournament, but just about other things that kind of went on. And I'm stalling right now because my laptop completely bit the dust where I had my notes of what I was going to go on. So any other questions that we can answer while my computer's rebooting to do?
Well, I can talk about the women's division because, I mean, in my experience playing in women's divisions, like the skill parities all over the place, I thought it wasn't necessarily like that. It could have been split into kind of 2 skill divisions. Might have been a little more equal, but I thought my team had a blast. We had a good time in the locker room, good time on the ice. No one was a jerk. Just some good hockey being played, and watching the championship game for the women's division. Like, those were 2 equal teams and they were phenomenal. And watching that and getting to see like a women's division in a bigger tournament like this was awesome. So hopefully moving forward, we'll get some more women's teams and be able to split it up so the skill level is a little more even in those divisions. But I thought for a first go, having 6 teams for the women's division was a win. And having a good time in that division, despite, not necessarily being matched skill wise, was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's hard because I'm obviously I'm not a women's league player, right? So I don't have the connections that I would have or the reach to chat with a bunch of women's teams hockey wise. And so for me, it was just getting it started to say, hey, look, we do have a women's division. We do want you here. We're trying everything we can. And now it's up to women's teams, right? Like that, all we can do is provide a place for them to play. And so to start out and have 6 is great. We only have a couple teams in the Maryland tournament, so we're trying to step on that and get to that at least that 4 mark. But I would love to have 2 divisions of 4, 2 divisions of 6 on the women's side of things. And let's not. I'm not gonna be dishonest about it. I like having more ladies there because that kind of makes the party a little bit better. Like in the parking lot, you just see you see it at the drafts too, right? If you have more women, it's just kind of a different dynamic. It's not better, it's not worse, it's just different. And I think it's a lot of fun, especially when you get all the women there who are extremely grateful that you're putting a women's division in tournaments, because a lot of tournaments don't do that, right?
Yeah, and I think we're also used to showing up to tournaments like that and seeing that variance in skill level.
Yeah.
Like that's super common for women because there isn't like the huge reach everywhere. So I think that's why you saw like the women's teams really not super bothered by that and just there to have a good time and do what they're doing. So
for sure.
I'd say a lot of them definitely had more fun than the rest.
Well, I think it, like I said, team tournaments are always going to be a different dynamic, because as much as you can say like draft experiences, no one's really here to win. I mean, we are here to win. We want to win the A championship, but it's not as important. Like when you come with a team, like you want your team to win. You want your team to do well. And so, there's like, I'm a competitive dude too. So I understand like not winning and getting frustrated, but it was really cool. There was only a couple issues with that at our tournament. I didn't see any fights. I saw some people say, come fight me, but they didn't really actually come into fighting anyone. Right. So, I thought it was a great, but I do have some tips. I'm actually calling them, tournament tips for the dipshits, right? How to not to be a dipshit at our tournament, right? So, number one here, if you get trashed during the tourney day festivities, it's not cool to try to drive your Prius home at midnight, around the parking lot, hit a couple trash bags until your team has to stop you and get you out. It's not cool. Come on, Chad, just use a fucking Uber. That's what Uber's for. All right. Are we all agreed that that's something that people should focus on? Don't drink and drive, dummies.
Yeah, don't drink and drive. Don't drive a Prius. We got it. 2 separate notes.
Well, I mean,
both things. Got it.
People can drive whatever the hell they want to drive. I'm just saying that.
I'm just giving them shit.
So
I'm just piling it on.
Probably what you should think of if you're going to complain to me as you're coming off the ice from your championship game that you just lost by 1 goal. If you're going to come to me and say that team was full of ringers, I have to think, well, if you only lost to them by 1 goal, how many ringers does your team have? Right?
Yeah, that's not an argument you can make when that game
not,
was that.
Like, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Hey, 4-3.
Like,
4-3 is a good game.
Got hurt because he lost, but.
And it wasn't like they were up 4-0 and they came back and scored 3 goals. Like it was 3-3 with like 5 minutes left in the game. And then a dude skated. Sure, he skated through like, he took it from his defense and he walked right into the, across the blue line and took a slap shot and it went in. But it wasn't like, oh my God, this guy is so good. It was like, I was sitting there watching it. So I know that's kind of the frustration kind of bubbling up over there. But I would just kind of check yourself.
Fresh wounds.
Yeah, I would check yourself. Like it just kind of makes you look like a dip whenever you come up to me and say, look at all those ringers, and you just lost to them by 1 goal in a championship game, right? So, so how about, do you know how big of a dipshit you look like when you throw a temper tantrum, when you realize that your team can't make a championship game? Even if you're not embarrassed, bud, your team probably is. It's beer league. Get over it and move on. Silly. Don't throw temper tantrums. It's a beer league. Who the fuck cares, right? Next up, co-ed teams are always fun. We're all adults. We enjoy doing adult things, but those also come with adult responsibilities. If you're going to hook up with someone at a tournament, that's cool. Get you some. But if your significant other plays on your tourney team, you're probably playing a little chicken there, bud. Don't be a dipshit. Let's go.
Ooh.
Okay?
Oh, okay.
That's just straight up dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta have a little more space than that, I would imagine.
I mean, I think it's just cool. I get it. Like, just realize, like, situational
Unless there's
awareness.
an agreement there.
I don't know anyone's agreement, but I'm just saying that you got to have some situational awareness. Just like when you're on the ice, you got to have some situational awareness. If that's how you roll, that's how you roll. But you're also just like, people throwing temper tantrums or people complaining about ringers. Like, you don't affect just yourself. You affect a whole team and other teams. And so, who are you to say that you deserve to be that guy? So, I think, I'm looking at some of our comments, and yep, that's also a problem with team tournaments. The common theme I see in beer league is, if I can't beat you, you don't belong in my division. Exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. There are a lot of people that kind of feel that way. And for me, it's every division is going to have a team that's the best and that wins the tournament, and a team that's not the best and they lose, majority of their games. That's just the way of the world. Like, I don't know what else. Like, I could order participation trophies for everyone if that's what we want to do, but I just think that kind of seems silly, right? So
I thought the beer was the participation trophy.
Well, yeah.
Fine with that.
I thought if
there were 2,400 participation trophies. Not everyone wanted them.
I just think that if they would have drank more of that beer and we didn't have 40 cases left, they would have forgot all about what they deemed as shitty on the ice. So what am I going to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and someone said I didn't shave for the live show. I shave every couple days, and so when you don't have anywhere to be, like, I just I'm in quarantine here.
No, you
days.
just do what I do, man. Like,
it was getting itchy.
Don't.
I can't.
Don't.
I can't.
Yeah, just don't.
Dude, beard oil, exfoliate, you'll be fine. Be fine. You get over the hump.
I think Leonard has a crush on me, that he's noticing that kind of stuff. Huh? So, Leonard, you're handsome, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't go that way, bro.
I'm pretty sure it's written down in his diary.
All right. So, as for other tournaments, since we're talking about tournaments,
more tips?
No more tips. That's all tips I have now. But we have so many more tournaments that I'm sure I'll have more tips here. So basically, I'm going to run down the tournaments that we have. I might miss some, but this is the list we have now. Colorado Springs, April 16th to 18th, only like 3 spots left. We got the Las Vegas Draft Experience sold out. Don't worry about it. You can't get in. Then we have the DC BLPA Bash. We got room for 2 women's teams, 2 intermediate teams, and 1 ringer team. That's all we have left there. Then we got the Cleveland Decks May 21st, Boston Decks May 28th. Both of those still have spots. Then we have the Madison BLPA Bash on June 18th, the Military Appreciation Draft, where all the military guys get to play for free. It's only military guys, and they all play for free. So you can't even get in there unless you served, or you served now, or you did serve. But June 25th, Seattle Draft Experience, July 9th, BLPA Fest in Austin, Texas, July 30th, Oklahoma City Decks, August 13th, Eagle River Decks, the 27th of August. God, there's still so many more. Every weekend in September, the first weekend, we got DC Decks, Nashville Decks, Cincy Decks, Charleston Decks, and we still have a few more. We got a Denver one. I don't know the exact date off the top of my head, but we got that. I think that's in August too. So we got a ton of tournaments coming up. I hope you guys come out and you play with us, unless you're going to be a dick. If you're going to be a dick and you're going to throw those temper tantrums or those dipshit whatever we talked about, don't come. Next.
Yep. Okay, I think it's time, Dan. I think it's time that you describe for people that are going to be listening later and show off what you're wearing, because we're getting a lot of questions about it. And just do it.
Just do what? I'm comfortable wearing, my sweater.
This looks good. What
I
team?
got
What
I
team
got a
is
whole
that?
box of them in the kitchen.
Hey, what team
You
is
know?
that? What team is that?
It's
Can you stand up and show
Baja
everyone?
Blast.
Stand up.
Baja Blast.
Oh man, that looks
I
good.
don't know. I've never heard of it. I heard it's from China though.
What a great what a great jersey, man. Just a beautiful a
Beautiful.
great.
Hey, it's comfy. I got like a whole team set in the kitchen.
I'm gonna have to.
Man.
I'm gonna have to.
Can I get me one of those?
Yeah, can I have one?
I mean, I don't know if there's names on it or not. I'll have to check. I haven't gone through the box, but
If there,
I'll
hey, if
check.
there is one, and one says like Big Dad or something, I want that one.
Oh,
This
is
is just
that what we're calling you
should
now?
be my nickname. Yep.
Yeah. He's passing it on.
Yeah. So that's the one I want. But they do look sick. You know, I hope.
I think there's one that says D-Rick in it. I don't know who that is.
Send that to Trish. That's Trish's new nickname. D Trish.
Oh, does it?
I'm
Her name
taking
doesn't
that
even
on.
start with a D, but all right.
D Trish.
There we go. That's weird.
Trish
but
D.
Okay.
Trish
Take
D.
it.
Trish.
The D is
Whatever
silent.
whatever gets me a jersey.
Perfect.
Well, I mean, if we're going Trish Dangles.
Oh yeah. Hey.
D
Hey.
in there.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, Joe. Oluch on watching our live show has a perfect idea. We should take those jerseys, those Baja Blast, because they're so cool, and we should auction them off for the military decks. So that way we can raise
Ooh,
money,
I like that.
and I think that would be a good way to go for sure. For sure.
I'd be down.
I really wonder. I mean, how much players on that team would pay for the jersey? Because I know they haven't paid yet for the jerseys. So I'm just wondering, like, what they would pay, and we can just auction them off, and it'll be a good time. So,
That's definitely something to think about.
yeah, for sure. All right, next. What's
right,
this drinking
so-
game? What's the drinking
Dan,
game?
you're
Drinking game.
drinking a beer. I'm drinking a beer. Talk to me about the BLP
This guy's
Big
drinking a
Show
Pepsi.
drinking game.
Mango.
Oh,
Yeah,
so I mean, we love our peanut gallery, and they love to chirp each of us. I get a little bit separately outside of the show where it's fucking Dan's always interrupting people. You know, you guys are always interrupting each other. So why not want our viewers every time one of us interrupts the other? Because it's a lot. I mean, like, it's a lot harder. We're live, so we can see each other. Like, I can see, oh, Nick's about to talk, Trish is about to talk. But last week, like, we stepped on our toes a lot. Every time we interrupt each other, I think the audience drinks.
The audience.
Okay.
Well, because if we do it,
Damn.
like, then it's just
See, they
I'll
coulda
just start
drank right
interrupting
there.
people just to
Yeah,
get you guys drunk,
exactly.
and that's less fun. But if we do it accidentally, next thing you know, Peck's hammer on a Tuesday, like, I think that's hysterical.
I mean, I don't really think that I could interrupt someone. Like, if I want to talk, I'm just gonna start muting you guys, so I'm not interrupting. Just
You
mute
can
it.
do
Well, I
that
don't
now,
have
but
that
you couldn't
type
do
of
that on the
control.
road.
Yeah, that's true, because I was on the phone, but I can do that now in the comforts of my own quarantine room.
Mm,
So
lucky you. All right, what's our next rule? Or was that the only one?
No, that's it. Why is there got to be more?
I mean, that's not much of a drinking game. That's just a drinking rule, Dan.
It's a game
Yeah,
to
we
me.
need-
Like, imagine what the comic section will turn into.
Can't be
I
any
don't know,
worse
but
than
we
what it is
need-
now.
We need the peanut gallery to fire in with some new rules so that we can have more of a game and not just one
Someone just asked
thing. We're getting a lot of
I mean,
Someone just asked if
Dan,
Dan
just
could be
shut up.
permanently muted. I like that.
yeah.
Dan,
rude,
you know,
guys, rude.
you know what I like, Dan, is that
That dude.
you're just kind of the tournament, the tournament, the BLPA Big Show whipping boy, and people
Yeah, the
just
punching
Well,
bag,
it's
if you
always
will.
people that I know.
yeah. I,
Like, and it's always it's only two people.
do you think they really like you, or they
Yeah.
probably just really dislike you, and this is the only way they can truly show you their feelings?
No, it's playground rules. If they're being
Well,
mean to you, it's
you know.
because they
Oh,
like
they're
you.
being mean because they're
Oh, I
flirting
know
with
they
you.
like me. I'm their
Yeah.
favorite. I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is.
All right.
All right, moving on. Since that drinking game was not much of a drinking game,
rule.
y'all definitely need to give us more rules though, so we can turn it into a drinking game. Because
Why can't a drinking game just be simple? Have you ever played Landmines? Simplest game, get you drunk.
Yeah.
No, but like
Why do you even need a game if you're just
Another- one
if you're just
more
gonna get
rule?
drunk? We'll just start fucking taking shots. Like I don't understand why you need a game to do that if you're just trying to get drunk.
these games are
We'll have
fun.
to start. We'll have to start recording on like a Friday at that point.
You know.
Tuesday's the new Friday.
Oh, it's
right.
definitely
All
not.
right.
It is now. All right, moving on. This past week, April Fools happened. I got with an April Fools prank, hockey related, I guess. But I was curious if y'all ever had pulled any like hockey related pranks. I have a couple stories, but wanted to hear yours first.
Some of these comments, I'm sorry. I was listening
I
to
know.
that last one where the drinking game is just Dan slams beers and shuts the fuck up while Nick and Trish do the podcast. I mean,
Yeah. I think a jersey just went down the dumpster.
Ooh, light it on fire for the podcast.
That's so mean.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't mean to you, so it's only fair, right? So it's just,
Didn't pay for it, so
oh boy.
It's true.
So anyway, okay. So what was
Hockey pranks.
what was the hockey prank for you, Trish?
Well, so for me, I got on April Fools. I had a game. I was running a little late, so I went to go grab my bag that I had packed earlier. And I looked in where my bag was, and it was someone else in my house's bag. And I was like, that's not right. And I ran. I was like, shit, I'm late. I gotta figure out what's going on here. So I ran, and I was like, what's going on? He's like, April Fools. But where is all my shit? He emptied my entire bag out into his bag and left it in the spot. Really vicious prank, but that was like,
Hey,
I got
you know
got
how
on
you
April
you know how we should get him back?
Hmm.
Poop in his equipment bag.
I thought about it.
Yeah, that's what we should do.
I did think about it upon return.
That's the thing.
I should have done that.
We have like the BLPA shoddy where people break the can with their skate blade and then they drink it. But we should also start doing everyone just poop in everyone's equipment bags.
Yeah, one of those is
I
a
don't
little
think that's legal.
more fun than the other.
That sounds like chemical warfare.
Fine.
Like,
I think it's fine.
Is there?
It's not,
Here's the
nice.
problem. Do you think it's like an unwritten rule? Because here's my deal with unwritten rules. If the rule is unwritten, then it's not a real rule. If you want it to be a rule, you need to see it in black and white. Like if it doesn't say in the laws, no shitting in people's equipment bag, then it's not against the rules.
Yeah. Okay, so Randy has done the clear tape on skate blades. I'm skipping right over this poop conversation.
Done that,
And I actually recently saw that go wrong. So one of my friends, one of my friends works at a hockey store. One of my teammates brought his skates in to get sharpened, so she said she'd bring them to the game. She cut a piece of, she like put the clear tape on and was like, this will be hilarious. But then she's like, no, you could see it on the side. So she cut it so it fit just on the top of the blade. And she was telling us about it in the locker room, like super funny. We changed separate locker room from the guys. So she's like, can't wait to see him like eat shit on the ice. It's going to be hilarious. We get out. He was already on the bench trying to get the tape off. It got stuck in the blade.
Ooh.
So he couldn't actually get it out. And like, it was very close to game time. We had a bunch of people trying to help like figure out how to get it off of his blade, but it was like really stuck in there. So if you're going to prank your teammate and put clear tape on their blade, just make sure it's nice and flush on the side and don't cut it to fit
sounds like
the
some
top
good
of the
tape.
blade.
Yeah, good tape.
Good tape.
Like-
And it was sitting on there like most of the day, and she probably put it on when the blade was still a little warm. So
Yeah,
no. See, last time I did it was just like, guy gets up to go to the bathroom, cover up real quick, move
Yeah.
on.
she was worried about him noticing because she was like going to give him his skates and blah, blah, blah. So
I don't think we've never done I've never done like any on the ice pranks really. Like we've done I travel a lot, so we pull pranks like when we travel for hockey tournaments, or we put like the vibrator with all the batteries in our buddy's backpack as he goes through security and they have to go check it. That's a pretty good one.
that's funny.
But I've never just done like pranks on pranks. People are mentioning people going on the ice with their skate guards on. I've done that before. It's embarrassing. It sucks. I literally did it. I used to only use one skate guard because I put my skates on and then my pants, because my pants have the flaps that go open, and I always rip my pants with one of my skates. So I would just wear the skate guard on that skate. So one time I went on the ice with the one skate blade, biffed it. Everyone laughed. Ha ha ha. Nick, he's a fucking dummy.
Good times.
And then for the next game, we laughed about it. Oh, remember last week when I did this? Yada, yada, we laughed. And then I did it again.
didn't you?
And so now I just threw the skate guards out. I don't even fucking use them. I'll just buy new pants if I rip them. So.
Wow.
So yeah.
I got you good. Tell me what the knee thing is.
Oh.
Leonard's saying that you did that to him.
It's not a prank. Like it's not a prank. Like Leonard was just talking shit at one tournament, just fucking yap, and so
God.
I just kind of just glided up to him like he was standing at the face-off dot before the game even started. Like he was like, "Listen, I'm a starter, so I'm gonna go out and stand at the face-off dot 20 minutes before the game started." Like literally, like right when warm-up started, he just stood there like, "Look, I'm the starting right wing." So I just kind of glided past him and touched the back of his knee with my stick, and he fucking biffed it, and it was hilarious. And and like I didn't push on it or anything. I just touched him so he would know there was a skate there. And I guess your starting right wing isn't too strong on his skates, but That's kind of what happened. We laughed, and it was on. I get Live Barn. I think we found it. And he sent it.
I've seen that video.
Yeah, he sent it in a group chat, and I laugh about it all the time when I think about. Remember that time? Every time he mentions it, I go and look at it and watch it. And it's still funny. So,
wow.
So I guess he did it. So
that's nice. I got caught on Live Barn.
We have put water in people's stick before. Like where the top comes off.
That's a fun one.
We fill it up with water and do that and then put it on the bench and then like they grab it and they're like, oh my God, this thing weighs 10 pounds, right? So that's a good one too.
I don't think I've heard of that one. That's pretty good.
Yeah. You just take it, you take off their plug, pour the water in there and then put their plug on and tape it back over and just when they reach for their stick, you just give it to them. That was a pretty good one. So what if there was like an exploding puck, like a exploding golf ball? That would be pretty funny.
There would be, because they make those for like birth announcements now.
Ooh, Tiger Bomb in the cup. Someone
for
said
gender
that would not be good.
Ooh, that seems really not great.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. Like,
not that I would know.
But that's almost like hazing. Like when I was in high school, like the hazing wasn't hard. Like they made us go into 7-Eleven and buy an icy and nothing but our jock straps, which is great because I love ices. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. What?
Great for you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I feel like a good prank shouldn't like actually physically hurt somebody.
Yeah, me too. But anyway, we should start like I've seen like TikToks and Instagram of people doing pranks, and we should just start doing those at tournaments. No one do them to me, but I'm going to do them to everyone else.
I'm going to loosen the top of your water bottle.
They're all going to happen to you now.
I don't even do a water bottle, Trish, because I'm such a finely tuned athlete that I just don't drink on the bench. The reason being right now in COVID is because I don't want someone to grab my water bottle and use it. So I just have been like, I won't even use a water bottle. But that also inversely affects my skating because I don't skate as hard because I can't get a drink. So, COVID really affecting our world, you know?
It really is. Really, really is. All right, let's move on. Okay, this is what everybody's been waiting for, or I've been waiting for. I want to hear, we've all watched it, the new Mighty Ducks
Fuck this show.
I want to hear y'all's opinions.
Trash.
Fuck
garbage.
Mighty Ducks.
What? Fucking garbage.
Can
why? Tell me more.
Hey, can we?
What do you mean why? You watched it. It's bad.
I know. No, well, okay. I had a good time watching it, so I would love to know why you didn't like it.
You fucking would.
Listen to the arc of. Listen to the arc. Hey, I'll permanently ban you if you don't let me talk, or mute you. Hey, listen to the arc of Coach Bombay's life. He played for the Hawks, and he was really good, and then he blew it in the championship game, and that turned his coach against him. Then he grew up, he became a fucking badass lawyer that had a drinking problem, so he drank so much that he became a coach of a shitty hockey team. He went on, he made him good, then he became almost an Olympic caliber coach, I guess, good junior Goodwill Games, so he was a high-level elite coach. Then he went on to play pro hockey again for the Waves, and then he just decided that he was going to buy an old hockey rink and not love hockey and eat leftover birthday party cake. That's his life.
Honestly, that was the most relatable part of the show so
to
far.
You
when he was like, "How old is this cake?" And then because fucking give me birthday cake.
But it's Coach Bombay. Like how do you go from being like the Junior Goodwill Games and now you're the spokesperson for this whatever that company was in Mighty Ducks 2, and then you're a pro hockey player that blows out his knee, and now you hate hockey? Like, I mean, it just like he's just. Come on.
We're gonna get there. I think we're gonna get there.
What sucks is that like through 2 episodes, like he's still the best part of the show. Like, I don't think any of the kids are very exciting. I mean, I know Nick loves Nick the podcast.
No, I don't love him. I think that's bullshit. I think it's bullshit. I think that's bullshit. I think they.
What do you mean? If that's not a younger version of you, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
That is exactly
That is why it's bullshit. That is why it's bullshit. They took me as an inspiration. But they didn't consult me. They aren't paying me royalties, and it's bullshit. That's what I'm saying. But it's spot on.
Honestly, the Ducks aren't paying Bombay royalties, even though he made that organization.
It's spot on.
But I'm sorry, like, the mom is boring. Her son sucks at hockey, which is why he got cut in the first place.
Bingo.
It's just like, come the fuck on.
Let me ask you a question.
It's just not fun.
I have to ask a question. I have to ask a question.
Half an hour to 40 minutes just for a quick quip out of Bombay. That's it.
The little Nick also is hilarious.
And that's spot on.
Is he?
It's spot on.
Is he?
It's exactly me. I'm hilarious, podcast, not good at hockey, star of the show, really, that kid. And I'm kind of upset.
Oh.
But let me ask you this question, though.
Leonard got you there, Nick.
What is Leonard?
That's the story of Nick's life. Horrible hockey player and with a podcast.
It's hard to listen to him call anyone a horrible hockey player. I mean, the guy can't even.
That's why the insult should cut deep.
I guess so. I mean, the kid can't even stand up on ice. I've got video to prove it. But anyway. So I mean, I think the whole thing is what I'm most offended about is they have all these new characters, but they just cast another Goldberg in the Goldberg role.
Well, oh my God!
They all have parallels.
Goalie,
they
who,
all have
suddenly
parallels.
could catch everything, but as soon as he's on the ice, he's just standing there, which makes no sense. There's already plot holes, man.
And hey,
So
how
if
come
you
they?
are a kid that has never put on goalie gear before, you sit on your sweet recliner chair and you play video games all day, and then you get stuck in goalie gear and thrown into a net, you're gonna freeze a lot because he did not move that entire first game.
Yeah, but also they scored like 5 goals in the first 2 minutes, and then they only scored 12 total. I mean that's a little odd.
Yeah, that was definitely.
But why does everyone think goalies are like the fat slow kids? Like it's like putting the fat kid in net in soccer.
The cat wasn't though.
No, but okay, no, she wasn't. But you see the parallels. It's like people always think, the fat kid needs to play goalie, when they're playing elementary recess. It's just not the case. Like, goalie's a hard position. You can't just take the fat kid and say, go stand in net. Like, it's silly.
Yeah, I have no idea why.
And if I was a goalie, I would be offended as fuck. I would write a letter, to be honest with you. But I'm not.
I'll be writing no letter.
Where are we sending the letter?
I'm not, so I don't give a fuck.
To Emilio Estevez himself.
Emilio!
But I thought it was fun because I think part of the fun for me was I watched it with my roommates. So we were all fans of the original Mighty Ducks. So we were sitting there picking out the Easter eggs. And I think that was part of the fun for us where it was that arena's named after Hendrix hockey. This was happening. These characters are parallel. That redheaded wizard girl is Aberman. There's character parallels, which is really fun to pick out. And the stupid little jokes that happen here and there, super cute and funny, and I'm not sitting here expecting this beautiful cinematic TV show. I'm just waiting for when Lauren Graham and Emilio Estevez have their cute little conversation about why he hates hockey, because it's gonna come out, because none of that makes sense.
You just want them to bang.
They're gonna bang. No, I don't want them to, but they're going to. Single mom, right up his alley.
The same thing with Charlie's mom. Oh, your mom's single? What's up?
Exactly. But I think they're going to have a cute little conversation where he finally opens up about why he hates hockey, and then that's going to expand the storyline a smidgen.
Okay, whatever. That's a stupid show, and
that's not good enough.
Hey,
it's not good enough.
Good enough.
Hey,
it's fine. It's a show for kids.
Hey, let me go back. I want to go back. I want to go back to Michael Leonard.
Show is it for kids?
I want to go back to Michael Leonard because he's fucking chirping me in the comments here. He called me a horrible hockey player and then talks about how I go bar down on someone 8-1. How can that be horrible, Leonard? You can't even fucking throw a puck and go bar down. So don't talk to anyone about anything about being shitty at hockey. All right, Lenny?
We're all shitty at hockey. That's why
this show's just going to turn into us attacking.
Hey, have you not seen Little Nick? Hey, have you not seen Little Nick in the Mighty Ducks? It's true. I'm shitty at hockey, but I'm better than Leonard. That's for goddamn sure. All right, keep going. All luck.
That was all. Those were.
I'm tired.
Those are really all my thoughts.
I'm really tired of talking about the Mighty Ducks because it's not a good show.
It's not.
It's really cheap.
It's not even. It's not good enough to talk about. It's not even bad enough to talk.
You know what
about. It's just insignificant.
What I want.
Okay, well, I will finish watching the season. If anything,
no, I'll watch it.
I'm sure
I'll watch it. I'll watch it because it's hockey. But I saw someone post, and I know the person. It wasn't him that posted. He's going to say it was him, but I saw it way before where he posted it. If they take a Friday Night Lights but do a junior hockey, they actually put some fucking effort and some writing and make it interesting, where it's not like a cheesy ass Mighty Ducks.
Then Disney cannot make it because they're not.
It won't be Disney.
Hey,
it would have to be Fox
times out
or
of 10 they're
something.
not making that.
Hey, I thought I like the Mighty Ducks. And most people don't like Mighty Ducks 3, but I thought it was better than 2. To be honest with you, I loved Mighty Ducks 3. I don't think it
was better than 2, but I don't think it was terrible.
So,
but
we can all agree though that the hockey is actually better and more realistic in the show than it was in the movies, right?
Well,
did you watch the second episode?
Hey,
we were watching it, and right off the bat, we were
bad.
this is at least better than
Well,
the
the
movies.
fact that they're also playing on a 3-on-3 rink is a bit
Yeah, it was
alarming.
very small.
But also, I want to point out that it is very funny that kid came out, the kid that moved from Toronto, and he had the $900 skates.
Of course, he is in Leafs gear and is the
He's
shittiest
trash.
kid on the ice.
Hey, do you see that kid? He skates better than Leonard. So
Looks like Justin Bieber too.
that's what I was
which is-
going to
Listen,
go
I don't
for.
think Leonard's a
Hilarious.
good skater, but he's at least better than that kid.
Dan, why don't you get his number and call him, bud?
I'm just saying.
Get his number and call him,
I don't
bud.
need his number.
Send him a
I
jersey.
probably got it. in
Send
my
him a
phone
jersey.
that I don't save contacts.
Send
in.
him a jersey.
Oh God. Okay. Now
Yeah,
that
we'll
we
see.
are all spicy, we can talk about something I got spicy about on one of the Facebook posts in the group. This guy came on. There's 480 comments on the post right now. This guy came on and was like, I lifted a
Engagement.
female stick tonight at a game. She fell as she turned to me and yelled, I can't believe you would do that to a girl. Was this a clean play? Blah, blah, blah. And I, of course, read that as a female hockey player and go, what the fuck is she doing? Like, if you get your stick lifted and you fall, that happens. Don't bring your gender into this. You want to be played equally, all this shit. And that was really the consensus to all the females that commented here were like, absolutely, we expect equal treatment. Bullshit that she said that, whatever. Apparently this was this guy's 5th penalty of the game. It was a dirtbag play, and he's lying on Facebook so that people can come to his rescue and come defend him when that's not what happened. One of the guys he had a game after, was there and saw it and was commenting to try to like clear it up and be like, this is actually what happened. She called him an asshole, and that was the end of that. And he got kicked out because it was his 5th penalty of the game. So I'm
penalty of the game.
Wow.
Yes, which was wild.
How many
to me.
leagues allow? Like I mean, all the leagues
Apparently
I played.
They
it's
let him
3
play.
you're out.
They let him play.
Yes.
Let the guys play. Hey, you know what? 5 penalties is a lot of penalties in one game.
That's a lot. Like
That's like, now that you think about it, like even getting 3, like I can't
In a
even
beer
remember the
league
last time
game.
I got
Well, think
3
about-
games and 3 penalties in a game.
We've
think
had
about
that
beer league
happen to
refs
guys
who
in
don't
our
make the
league.
calls. Like getting 3, like you said, 3 is hard. Like
Yeah.
unless they're targeting you sometimes, But like 5, come on, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
That's
then
him
to-
knowing that, like, oh, I can get one more. I got time. I can get one more.
I don't know.
Right.
But I do. What I love most about the group when it happens, and it doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen like this. Like people don't realize how far-reaching the group actually is. Like how many actual beer league players are in the group. So they'll come in and they'll make their comments thinking that, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then someone will be like, dude, that's not even what happened. And then they got. Like it's just like, I love seeing that happen. And I don't know why you would lie on the group when you know that there's probably a pretty damn good chance, no matter where you play beer league in the United States right now, that there's people in the group that are probably in the league and know you. Like hockey's not a huge sport to where, it's a small world like hockey. So I love when this kind of stuff happens. So that goes with your question, like, why would you go in and lie about it? I don't know. I like the engagement.
Well,
Though. I like the engagement.
Of course you do. It
Attention.
pissed me off a little extra that he was like, you know what? I'm going to blame this on the girl. And this is going to be a gender thing now instead of an I'm the asshole thing. Which, like, come on. We have a hard enough time trying to get respect and get played equally. If you're going to throw that shit around, like, that's doing nothing but disparaging our entire gender for no reason. Like, she called you an asshole. Sounds like she was right.
Yeah.
End of story.
So, but hey, a new rule proposed in the chat for our drinking game. Would you like to hear it?
Sure, let's hear it.
Rule 2. 2 drinks when Nick goes after someone from the peanut gallery.
Blasted.
Hey, I'm in for it.
Oh, people are gonna get hammered.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna start
Okay,
going
to
after
everybody.
folks. That's the best part about the comments. Like, whenever this gets played back, no one sees their responses. I just get to go at people, and they're like, "God damn, he's going at this guy hard."
No, I've tried to rewatch and get the real time comments. Never works.
Never
Facebook-
does.
It
So-
shows you
Facebook's just
the
like, oh, sorry.
timestamp of the comment, though, doesn't it?
Well, I
This
just
isn't
meant,
an
Yeah,
important
but it's
conversation.
difficult
This
to
is
line up.
exciting.
but okay,
Yeah.
let's finish it up. Let's go next. Last topic before we get out of here, because I know we're kind of running long, and I got more people in the peanut gallery to go after this show.
Definitely. All right. So one thing I just want to mention, because it would be shitty of us not to, Isabel Cup winner, the NWHL. It was the Boston Pride. So they're getting some press out of that, which is awesome.
Good.
great for those women. So happy they were able to actually wrap up that tournament and get that going. So just really wanted to make sure to mention that so that we had that out there because we want to support our women playing hockey, of course.
We do, for
And
sure.
every sport.
Grow the sport.
I'm going to eat a lobster roll
love
for him when I go to Boston next month.
Perfect.
Maybe,
Great,
probably
I'm
two.
sure they'll
And
really
those-
appreciate that.
And what might be the
Maybe
best
3.
theme in any tournament.
You like that theme? You're a fan of that one?
It's
It's
listen,
pretty
like, you know,
cool.
I loved the Pokemon ones, especially when we did the Tampa, like, but every time I see the Boston one, like, it's just fucking,
I love it.
that thing's sexy, man. I love it.
You know, it's funny. Like, everyone always tells me, like, I was just having a conversation today about this. As a matter of fact, like, everyone always tells me, like, you have an incredible job, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's just still a job. And then we started talking about jerseys, and I realized, like, part of my job is just sitting around and thinking of the craziest fucking jerseys, like, we can make that'll look cool. And guess what? It's a pretty fucking rad job.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, I'm
there
excited
are
to see the
no
rest
shortage
of
of
those
ideas.
jerseys.
I've got a ton. Like, we can go for
Mhm.
years with these jersey ideas.
I
just need
know we have 100 plus, and there are still more coming out. It's like at least once a week, there's just a change, just jersey. It's like, oh shit. Okay,
Yeah.
well, we need more tournaments.
And we've never banned
Yeah.
We've never banned anyone from tournaments. I know someone's in the peanut gallery saying they've been banned. We've never banned anyone from our tournaments yet. But
Not yet.
not yet. But it could happen. So I don't know why you would think you were banned, but whoever that is, it just says Facebook user on my side, so I don't know who it is.
Oh, it's Miss Ross.
Yeah.
Oh, she's not banned. She just said some things that upset me. So I haven't talked to her since.
Oh, did she hurt your feelings?
She did. She did hurt my feelings, and I don't get my feelings hurt too
There you
much.
go.
But now my feelings are hurt. Now
If you
brought
want to
it up.
get banned, hurt Nick's feelings.
Now I'm.
Well, let's talk about jerseys again. Let's bring up those spirits.
I'm in
You're
my
getting
feels.
fucking sad over there.
Hey, I know I love the Boston jerseys. Like, I'm a big history geek. Like, I love the history stuff, and I love being American, and I love American history. So anytime you think about American history and where it started, I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this. Okay, you could say, no, Philly is actually more historical than Boston. I love Boston. All right. And when you talk American history, there would be no America without Boston. And so when you go to Boston, you always try to do, like, you know, the first one is going to be a historical theme. And I was like, okay, cool. But that could be a little bit played out. So let's put a little spin on it. Let's take it back to the 80s, the 1780s. And so we have, like, the 80s,
so good.
the 80s neon themes with, you know, historical. Like, we have Boy George, my boy George Washington. And they just look fucking awesome. They came together really good. And it's always good. Like, you know, like I have the ideas, but I don't have the technical graphical skills to put it into work. So it's awesome that we have Envious Gameware that I can just talk about it, make changes, and he can do them. And so, shout out to Tim for making those jerseys, because they are awesome. And the Cleveland ones are going to be really, really effing awesome too.
Those are going to be clean. Like, those are going to be sharp.
And I'm just going to throw it out there. It's going to be Pokemon, because I had promised some people that were coming to Cleveland, the NHL Pokemon people, or logos, but we're not going to use the same ones. Like, I've picked other ones, and I'm a man of my word. When I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And so it's going to be sweet. So hopefully we can release those here in the next couple of days. And now I'm working on the free, the military appreciation one. Cleveland, we're trying to get to 6 teams. Right now we have like 53 players. We got to get up to that 66 to go to 6 teams. So
I think we will, for sure.
I do too.
Especially once we show them one jersey, done.
I think so. I think so, for sure. I really do.
Awesome. So we did get a question from Chris about when the flag is going up for auction.
The flag is, sorry, I didn't say, I saw the other, but I didn't announce it. I'm going to start work on that this week. Like, it's on my list of to-dos. So what Chris did is Chris gave me a couple of military flags. He gave me a personal, one as a personal gift and one to auction off. And they flew over, I'm sorry, Chris, if I butcher this, but they flew over Iraq on July 4th. And so they do have a special meaning. And so we're going to put those up for auction. Whoever wants to purchase one or purchase it, they can bid for it. And then we're going to use that money to support the military appreciation event. So
Love that. That's such a cool
Absolutely
idea.
fantastic.
So, yeah.
Awesome. All right,
So
let's
thank you for
wrap
that.
this up
Thank you for
here
that.
with a fight liney cut. We'll do some would you rathers next week, but we're running short on time here. So I have a fight liney cut this week, and it is NHL mascots. So Gritty, Tommy Hawk, or Sabretooth. Fight liney cut.
Why? First of all, why Sabretooth?
He's fun.
Hit me.
He's the mascot of the worst team in like 30 years.
They broke their losing streak, though.
So
I live here. You think I didn't hear about it? It's still trash.
I know.
So yeah, and I
was excited that they broke their.
Can you read those? Can you read those again? Just because I was reading the comment, and just so you know, I'm still making the draft rounds for the Vegas draft. So it's not gonna work out that way. Facebook user, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Gritty, Tommy Hawk, or Sabretooth? And Sabretooth.
Wait, which one's Tommy Hawk?
The Blackhawks.
Come on. That's like the name's in the name.
Well, I mean, just as Hawk, I didn't want to assume it's 2021, Dan. I don't want to offend anybody.
Fair. You can't assume anything. I mean, we're not assuming, what he is, but.
Okay. I mean, I don't know why.
Who wants to go first?
Not me.
Dan, you're up.
Well, I'm cutting Sabretooth. He's gone. Get the fuck out.
Okay.
You're an embarrassment. I'm sorry. You represent an embarrassment of a team and an organization at this point. So, we're out there. I think I'm going to fight Tommy Hawk just because who the fuck would fight Gritty? Those eyes, there's some crazy in those eyes. I'm not messing with that.
Yep.
And
Tommy Hawk
he's going
did
to pull out
already
his
fight
belly
a fan.
button hey, that's fine. He's a bird. Throw some Alka-Seltzer at him. Maybe you'll be all right. Looks like rice. Move past it. I don't want to line Gritty because he's just got to be a spaz out there, but at least he's going to bring the energy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm taking a little heat for not knowing who Tommy Hawk is. To be fair, I'm a huge Flames fan, and I barely know that dog's name is Harvey, and I don't understand why he.
Why is his name Harvey?
I don't even know
yeah,
why.
That's really.
I don't even know
sure
why
that
he's
is
a dog with
reason.
a tongue that hangs down to his knees. I don't understand it. So I'm not a big mascot person myself, but I think I would I got a little crazy in me. I think I would fight Gritty just to see where I stood on the ground. Like what if I beat him? Now I'm the dude that beat up Gritty, right? Now that's automatic. Like I just got out of Facebook jail, and now I beat up Gritty. Like I've got more cred than most people in the game of hockey. So
he also might be the guy that gets whooped by Gritty.
But
And
people
I feel
expect
like
that.
he's not a guy that stops when you're down.
But people
It's the guy
expect that.
that stops when you're dead.
People expect that. Yeah, hey, big risks, big rewards. So,
Right.
I mean, both the other mascots are stupid. And Gritty's pretty stupid himself. So I mean, I guess I'm just gonna cut Billy Hawk or whatever his name is, and then I'm going out with the other one, Sabretooth, whatever his name is,
This is embarrassing.
and then Sabretooth. Then Sabretooth, I guess I'm playing on a line with him. And I still think we should have done the comment says, why didn't we do Fight Liney Cut, Peg, Big Dad, and Tim? So I would have liked to do that one too, but
Save that for next week, I guess.
no.
I mean, we can do that real quick too if you want to do that.
I'll do that real quick. Let's go. What are you doing?
I think that's just for Nick.
Yeah, that's a Nick Fight Line.
Okay, I'll do it. You go, and then people can drink. So I'm going after someone in the comments.
All right, cool. So I'm cutting Gritty. He's a liability all over the map. Not happening. Absolutely, get out of here. Can't handle it. I'm gonna fight Tommy Hawk. He's already fought a fan, so I know what to expect in a fight. I can watch the tape and be prepared and be ready for that. Then I'm gonna Liney Sabretooth, fun guy. I think he'd be
fun guy.
Not gonna try and fight someone on the ice. I've been dealing with that too much lately. Just gonna
stop being too good. Fun. You won't have to deal with it.
Yeah. So
I wish I could tone it down, but I just can't. When you're this skilled, you just
sandbagger.
Yeah.
Yep,
so.
that's me.
All right. Well, basically, I'm going to fight Big Dad, and then I'm going to cut him, and then I'm going to play on a line with Tim and Peck. So that's my answer to that one, just so everyone knows it. And I will win the fight, and then I'll just cut him because I just beat his ass, and then it's done. All right. So everyone else, hey, thanks for joining us. We're going to be live every week until I have to go on the road again. It's just hard to be live when I'm on the road and don't have stable internet connections. Although I did play Warzone on hotel internet, and it wasn't any different than regular.
Not much different.
Yeah, I just died a lot. Cool. What am I gonna do? Other than that, I mean, we got a lot of stuff going on. I hope you guys come out and join us for one of our stuff. Buy some merch, for crying out loud. We got all this cool merch. Peck's swimming in it. It's literally sitting in front of his house. Peck, if you sell 10 t-shirts, I'll have Dan send you that jersey.
Way to deal.
Other than that, I mean, I hope you see you guys at tournaments. We have so many tournaments. And if we don't see you at tournaments, I guess we'll see you next week on the BLPA Big Show. Anything else to add before we leave, my friends?
No, excited to see y'all next week.
See everybody in Boston. Everybody.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Be good. Be good at it.